on a fantastic 2021. How does that season compare to previous years?
Yeah, last year went really well. I was, it just seemed to be trained really well through COVID. I think changed a few things. Obviously, managed to get a lot of hours in. And sometimes I think just things just click into place nicely, and forms a big thing. Confidence is a huge thing, isn't it? So you just take that into each race, and felt like I was. Once you believe you're going, you can be up there and in the breaks early and last. Then it just seemed to roll one race into the other. So it was all good fun.
As a coach at trainSharp, I don't know how long you've been there, but it's been a long time. Does your personal coaching change over the years, or have you found what works for you?
I found what works for me. I don't set other riders quite what I do. What I do myself. Maybe some, but obviously not everyone. It's all very individual. So, you find certain riders respond really well to high volume. Certain riders respond better just to high intensity, and it's finding that nice balance and finding what works for the rider.
Yeah, so you've obviously found what works.
What works for me, though. Yeah.
How many courses have you ridden on this race? Because I know you've ridden Roland's Castle and you've ridden this one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there used to be Roland's Castle. What was that circuit? Yeah. Circuit Forest Side. That was a nice circuit. Yeah, and then I think one year they ran it just on this finishing circuit. Right. I seem to remember. Yeah, that was a hard one. Yeah. So just the 3 circuits, I think.
Right. And this circuit here, when I was driving it around this morning and yesterday, it does look quite like a circuit of 2 halves.
Yeah, I mean, today I think the wind's always crucial here. Wind's coming off the sea, and there's all little nice cliffs. It's going to be, what I see happening is it's going to split on the climb very early and then straight into crosswinds. So any gaps that open, I would think would stay. So I think it's going to be, I would say it will blow apart today, I would think.
And what does it mean to you for having been doing this race for so long? I used to read about this race, and I was talking to a guy yesterday thinking, as a teenager, I used to think, it's so early in the season, it must be an easy race. And now that I've been here for so long, it's not.
No, and for me, I think it's more entering. I did think I wasn't going to enter. I think I'll call it a day on doing things like this. It's a very intense race, and I entered it more out of habit. And then you just get the confirmation email and suddenly think, right, okay, yeah. And I was just thinking, get to the HQ and suddenly feel the nerves again. Being realistic, it's super intense. It's super short. I don't think it overly suits me, but it's really nice to see there's so many really good juniors. There's some cracking juniors on the start list, and so it's so local to me. I do it more out of habit than anything else. It's a nice way to see everyone at the start of the year, rather than being aspiring for any particular result in myself. There's a young lad I coach, Joe Hill from Active Edge. I think if he's got his head right, which I think he has, I think it could suit him quite nicely. Yeah. So I'm more here I'm with him today.
I think you've got a little junior squad.
Yeah, we've got our juniors our development team. Yeah. It's going to be for any of the juniors. Yeah. It's a hard race, but for them I think it's great experience, especially for taking that into the national junior series. If you can use your elbows and fight hard for position in a race like this, then that's only going to put you in good stead for the races to come.
Yeah. And the final word on the coaching side. I hear it's been quite a busy winter.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, so cycling's probably as popular or more popular than ever. And what's really good this year is that the event for us as a company, and things like the Attack, the Marmot, Port Route, all those sort of events are back on the calendar, and that's a huge thing, because they're aspirational events for many riders. So yeah, that's been really good.
So you've noticed a difference coming out of COVID?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Full racing. A lot of this time last year, it was still all up in the air, wasn't it? No one was really sure whether the racing would happen. We were pretty convinced time trialling would happen, but even that got delayed. So for a lot of riders, they found that very hard mentally and kind of on the edge.
Well, quick word on time trialling. Have you got goals?
I'm doing the one here next week.
Right.
I'll do that, and then as the road racing.
You won that race.
Yeah. You don't get half the hitters doing that. So. I always mix the time trialling with the road racing, and for me it's just fitting them in on the weekends when there maybe isn't much on.
Yeah. All right, good luck.